There's some Blue Angels planes. The Blue Angels are stationed here at Pensacola. Shows some early flight uniforms. They don't look like much. Not much protection or anything, but it's the best they had back then. It's an Abercrombie & Fitch flight helmet. And that tells how they used some Disney characters to represent flight squadrons, bomber squadrons. You can start out with some really old planes here. There's a seaplane. And there's a lot of cool exhibits just representing the military services at certain times in history. The Winged Telegraph Squadron. Navy men needed now.
Pay is good and all clear money.
It's an old medical vehicle. That's cool. They have lots of different planes from different eras. It's like an old machine gun emplacement.
I almost leaned down there and touched it.
Yeah, watch the barbed wire. There's the little Cubi Bar. Isn't that what she said? They brought a lot of things in here home from the Philippines.
Yeah, when they told us to leave.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that are historical in there in the Cubi Bar. It's a huge World War I era seaplane. It's designed to be an anti-submarine plane. Wow, big wingspan. There's some Blue Angels planes. The Blue Angels are stationed here at Pensacola. I believe they go out on tours and they come back here in March and do training, and you can often see them flying over the area. I'm counting on you. Don't discuss troop movements, ship sailings, or war equipment. This is a cutaway of one of the seaplanes. Kind of cool to see how everybody fit inside and what quarters they worked in. These 1940 Plymouths served as staff cars. Had the old suicide door opening that way. That's a cool depiction of how they stack the planes on an aircraft carrier just under decks. They hold a lot of planes, can't they? They even have a play area for kids where they can climb and go down slides. So it's part of a Blue Angels plane that you can get in. That's pretty cool. You can get a good view of a lot of the planes from the second floor. A little more straight on view.
January 31st, 1943, 6 months into the Guadalcanal campaign. Marine Second Lieutenant Jefferson DeBlanc has been protecting American bombers assigned to attack a Japanese supply convoy.
Shower rules. 5-second pre-lather, soap up, 10-second rinse. Keep it moving. There are a lot of cool exhibits like this too, showing real life
Mail.
packages and stuff they got. And a little bar area, of course. That's funny, Army Air Corps colonels must be accompanied by their parents. Shave and a cut's only 2 bits. Got a whole town set up. Homefront USA, 1943. This is what life was like back then while the soldiers were at war. Pots and pans for democracy.
Like the war bonds that my grandpa had that my dad still got. Servicemen, and you got in for half price to the theater. Look, it was only 35 cents. Wow.
So some of the candy bars back then. Wow, Hershey's, Snickers,
really...
Three Musketeers, 5 cents.
That's
Magazines, yeah, Clark Gable. There's a guided tour going on down there. And those are free, they just leave at certain times during the day. I think it's on the hour. Now we're going to go over to Hangar Bay 1. It has some of the more modern aircraft, Vietnam era, and since then, and some Apollo exhibits. So it should be fun. Cool homecoming statues. This is a presidential helicopter, Marine One. Sorry. And this copter was Marine One during the Nixon and Gerald Ford eras.
A lot of people didn't like them. And some people like them. But they, you want to take a picture?
I guess it's not very big, is it?
No,
see it there?
I always assumed it was bigger. Did you?
Yeah. Lunar rover. Wow.
And only if the United States occupies a position of preeminence can we help decide whether this new ocean will be a sea of peace or a new terrifying theater of war.
They have a Blue Angels 4D experience, Fly with the Blues. That costs extra, $7. They have a few extra things like that in the museum that you can do that cost extra. This is a squadron car that some of the personnel bought and they fixed it up. So they kind of personalized it. It's pretty cool. Model of the USS Saratoga. And the American POW experience in Vietnam.
American prisoner has left North Vietnam. The United States is closing the door on one of the most trying chapters of its history.
Women in naval aviation.
Civilian boat, or whether it's a fisherman ship, or there's people on jet skis get caught out there sometimes. So you're just gonna start to search. They can help you look.
We just saw the Miracle in Flight show, and it was really good. It featured the Blue Angels, and this is a Blue Angels simulator. These are the Max Flight simulators, a little more intense. The one back there is more of a family simulator. Anybody could do it, they say. And this one really flips you around, so a little more action here. Lots of planes to see. It's a really cool museum. These planes are just out front of the museum. So you can walk up and look at them too. And the museum is open from 9 to 5 every day, and admission is free. We had a great time at the National Naval Aviation Museum in Pensacola, Florida. If you have any interest in the armed forces or aviation, I think you would really enjoy this museum. They have over 150 beautifully restored aircraft of all kinds and all eras and different wars, and there's just a lot to look at. We spent a lot of time there at the museum, and not sure we even saw it all or got to see every plane, but we had a great time. And the admission is free. There is a suggested donation of $5 if you want to, but it's basically free. There are different things you pay for if you want to, like there is a Blue Angel 4D experience. There's a 4K digital screen theater with different movies showing. They have 3D and HD flight simulators, and there's just a lot to do and see. And if you time your visit right, you can even go out to their flight line and watch the Blue Angels practice at the museum. So definitely go if you're in the Pensacola, Florida area. You don't want to miss it. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel if you would. Have a great day. Bye.